Do yourself a favor and become your own fucking source. In a world where people depend on things outside of themselves to be the source for their reality, to depend on your girlfriend for validation, but yourself and your conduct to depend on alcohol, smoke, drugs, or anything that is going to debilitate you through life to feel a certain way, to validate yourself at the lowest level, do yourself a fucking favor and become the source of your reality. All you guys are drawing from external sources, and then you wonder why you feel empty. It's because you're not the fucking source. So before you siphon other people's energy and you mimic what the fuck they have, because your field is a empty fucking drainage, remember that you only live once, and do not dominate your own field and become the best version of you, and then exfoliate that and expound that and emit that through your auric field. But to draw on someone else's and to siphon their energy is to be rendered mentally inferior. So this is why you need to lock in on your life. It's because you have to understand how magnetism works. You have to understand that before we even get into how the human body conduces and conducts magnetism, understand that the universe itself is electromagnetism. And so at the fundamental root of quantum physics, you have to understand that the fucking world is really just frequency and vibration. And this frequency and vibration is just electromagnetism. And so everything is vibrating. Everything in the universe vibrates. And so you have to understand that the chair I'm sitting on right now, the bench, is vibrating. The phone I'm using to record this video is vibrating. But it's vibrating at a specific frequency that is altering its vibration to form into matter. And so when we look at the deep atomic structures of that structure, has its own specific frequency, and it's resonating with that frequency, and this is forming into matter. So this is quantum physics. This is general quantum physics. And so the world is just vibration and frequency. And as a human, your thoughts, they emit externally and protrude and diverge into the universe. Your brain and heart hold an electromagnetic field where you draw and resonate to specific things. And so if you resonate with being the best version of you, and your thoughts, your actions, and your reality aligns with that, well, you're going to emit that in your auric field. You are going to be projecting that externally into the external world as it diverges from your electromagnetic auric field. And so you have to understand that they have machines. There are machines, right? There are tools that can actually pick up on the level of your frequency and the density, or, well, the heat that you emit. So the more you can emit and conduce into yourself, they have this tool, I don't know what the fuck it's called, it's some crazy shit, but they can pick up on your auric field. And so you have to understand that when you walk into someone's auric field, so about 3 inches, to 6 inches close to that individual, you pick up on their energy because they're walking into your resonant fucking field. And so when you're a high level individual like me, when you are operating from the mental plane on the highest level every day and just locked in on your reality synthesis, people will drain and suck and suckle and just use your energy and then get reactions out of it. So you have to understand that my energy is extremely potent. And, I was energy suckled on the bus. And so you have to understand how when you get to certain levels, people will suckle off your energy. But you have to understand that they can't do anything because they're so powerless. So this is where, we become the best version of us, and we just, earn back our energy with gratitude. And, as mad as that may make somebody feel to get your energy drained and then to watch other people react to your field while sensing your field. So, when you reach a certain level of personal development, you can actually see your energy. You can actually tap into extrasensory perception, right? I'm so dead ass right now. I'm so fucking serious. and you can see your own energy. You have to understand that energy is invisible, but the human eye can only see 0.001% of what the fuck is actually going on in front of him. And so you have to understand that when you tap into your personal development at the highest level, well, now you're going to see more than 0.001%, and you'll see what doesn't meet the human eye. And that includes energy. And so when we look at the chakra systems, the colors of the chakras, that energy emits from certain individuals. And so if you're a low vibrational individual, you'll be emitting nasty looking ass colors. But when you're a high vibrational individual and you just got done charging your field to go put into yourself, into your life, to create your reality, and then you take a bus to go get some coffee, to stop at a coffee shop, and then you get siphoned by some low-level, self-debilitating fucking piece of shit bitch with no source of or connection to source, so they have to suckle off your energy to feel better about that piece of shit, unconsciously optimized to suckle and take from others unconsciously, instead of go out and create their own fucking source of emanation to emanate their reality. And so after that experience, I thought to myself, why would this doesn't even make any sense, because I felt the energy drain. But as I talk and as I make my video and as I continue to be the best version of me, and I continue to persevere through anything the universe throws at me, because I'm that fucking guy every day, all the time, you have to understand that we expound beyond our limitation, and to limit ourselves to being suckled is some bitch ass shit. And so we already completed round 1. We're going to complete round 2, and then we're going to complete round 3 for the workout, and we're going to charge our field for round 2. And after we charge our field, we're going to, do some work on the community. We're going to focus on the community, link in the description. But this is just a brief reminder to become the source of your own reality, because if you depend on your wife for your energetic, your energetic needs, for your fucking source, which you draw from to, inflow into your mind. Like, you see that shit? Like that. That's what the fuck that shit is. Something that draws onto you, suckles off of you, and then uses what it takes from you to do something for itself. Fucking parasites. Don't be what the you saw that shit, that fly? Don't be a fucking fly. Do yourself a favor and be a fucking human being, and hold yourself to a high level to actually accumulate high level things, whether that's metaphysical, whether that's, internal, or externally and materialistically, right? All these fucks just sit there like fucking mosquitoes and drain from the purest of sources. Get your own fucking energy, bitch. Peace.